Imagine walking into a crowded bar. Security cameras capture you entering. Hundreds of people are inside. Music is playing. Drinks are flowing. But when the night ends, you're gone. No one saw you leave. No one knows where you went. And the cameras never show you walking out. This is the bizarre and chilling disappearance of Brian Schaffer, a man who seemingly vanished inside a bar. Brian Schaffer was a 27-year-old medical student at Ohio State University. Friends described him as outgoing, intelligent, and ambitious. He was only months away from becoming a doctor. But Brian had recently gone through a difficult time. Just weeks before his disappearance, his mother had died from cancer. His friends said he had been trying to stay positive, but the loss clearly affected him. Still, on the night of March 31st, 2006, Brian decided to go out with friends to relax. It would be the last time anyone saw him. That evening, Brian met two friends, William Clint Florence and Meredith Reed. They started the night at a restaurant near campus. After dinner, they decided to go to a popular bar called the Ugly Tuna Saloona. The bar was located on the second floor of a shopping complex in Columbus, Ohio. Around 1:15 a.m., security cameras captured Brian entering the bar with his friends. Everything seemed normal. They drank, talked, and mingled with other people inside. At one point, Brian was even seen chatting with two women near the entrance. But something strange would happen later that night. Around closing time, Brian's friends decided to leave the bar. They looked around for him but couldn't find him. Assuming he had already left with someone else, they went home. But the next morning, Brian still hadn't contacted anyone. His phone went straight to voicemail. Concerned, his friends contacted his father. That's when investigators reviewed the security camera footage. The footage clearly showed Brian entering the bar. But after hours of reviewing video, police made a shocking discovery. Brian Schaffer was never seen leaving. The Ugly Tuna Saloona had one main entrance, and that entrance was covered by security cameras. Investigators carefully reviewed the recordings. They watched every person leaving the bar that night. Hundreds of people exited. But Brian Schaffer was not among them. It was as if he had simply disappeared inside the building. This created one of the strangest mysteries investigators had ever seen. Police immediately launched a large search operation. They searched the entire building. They checked nearby rooftops. They investigated construction areas within the complex. Nothing. No body. No evidence. No clues. Brian's phone never showed any activity again. His bank accounts were never used. His car was still parked near his apartment. It was as if he had simply vanished from existence. Over the years, investigators and internet detectives have proposed several theories, but none fully explain what happened. The investigation shows three different theories from the case. Theory 1. He left through another exit. Some believe Brian may have slipped out through a service exit or construction area not covered by cameras. The building was undergoing renovations at the time. This could explain why he wasn't seen leaving. But if he left, what happened afterward? Theory 2. foul play. Another possibility is that Brian encountered someone inside the bar who harmed him. But the bar was crowded. Hundreds of witnesses were present. No fights were reported, and no one remembers seeing anything suspicious. Theory 3. He started a new life. Some people believe Brian may have chosen to disappear voluntarily. Perhaps the stress of medical school and the loss of his mother pushed him to leave everything behind. But investigators say this theory is unlikely. Brian left behind his car, his phone, his money, his future career. There was no evidence he had planned to vanish. Months after Brian disappeared, something strange happened. His girlfriend, Alexis, received a phone call from Brian's phone. But when she answered, there was only silence. Investigators traced the call, but were unable to determine where it came from. After that moment, the phone was never used again. Nearly 20 years later, Brian Schaffer has never been found. No confirmed sightings. No new evidence. His disappearance remains one of the most baffling mysteries in modern criminal history. A man walked into a crowded bar and somehow vanished without a trace. Somewhere between the music, the crowd, and the closing of the bar, Brian Schaffer disappeared forever. Did he leave through an unseen exit? Did someone inside the bar know more than they admitted? Or is the truth far stranger than anyone realizes? Until new evidence emerges, the disappearance of Brian Schaffer remains an unsolved mystery. What do you think happened to Brian Schaffer? Let us know your theory in the comments. And subscribe to Unsolved Mystery Files for more unexplained disappearances and true crime mysteries. Because sometimes the truth hides in the darkest places.